Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Another day, another video, and today's video is Rouge deck, and basically I'm gonna play in this video with Empoleon. And the first thing I'm gonna notice and mention is to subscribe to my channel if you already didn't, and make sure to consider hitting the like button on this video. It would definitely help me a lot. Alright, so the first thing I'm also gonna mention is that I played two different battles with this deck. In one battle I played with 2 enhanced hammers and 2 aqua patches, and in the second one I played without enhanced hammers with 4 aqua patches for the best consistency. And to be honest, it works much better with the aqua patches, so you should definitely consider running 4 aqua patches and just ignore those enhanced hammers. It's my advice. So let's move on to the deck list. I'm running 70 Pokemon, 35 trainer cards and 8 energies. So the main attacker in this build is the only one, and obviously it's the Empoleon. 160 HP water Pokemon with a total command attack that can simply strike for 20 times the number of benched Pokemons in play. And that's it. Theoretically, you can play this deck with a counter energy, and if you do that, you can also attack some other powerful attackers. I just decided not to do it, basically. But you can definitely consider doing that. By playing it with counter energies, you can attack some other Pokemons like a Shaman and Buzzball. They can help you a lot. Yeah, I didn't play them for this video because I rather decided to go with Splash Energy Aqua Patch combo, because in my opinion it's much more faster and reliable in the long terms of game, especially for the late game, you know, when you have price advantage over your opponent and when you cannot use counter energy ability. So 4 Piplups, 2 Prinplups and 4 Empoleons with a total command. So we're just gonna focus using the total command. Theoretically we can strike for 230 max, which will be enough for the one-hit knockout against a lot of popular decks in the format. If we have only 5 Pokemons on our bench, that's gonna be 100. With a choice band we can go to 130, and if our opponent have at least 3 benched Pokemon, we are already up to 190. So that's amazing. Alolan Vulpix times 2 with a beacon will allow us to search our deck for 2 Pokemons, and it will help us to fast evolve our Empoleons. 2 of each Remoraid and Octillery for that Abyssal Hand and for the best possible drop consistency, with 1 Tapu Lele, just in case if we don't have that opening Brooklet Hill already, we can always hit that Brigette as well. But if we also don't have basic Pokemon other than, let's say, just Piplup, and if we have Ultra Ball and no supporter card, we can always search Tapu Lele for that draw support as well. So moving on to the item cards, I'm running 4 copies of Aqua Patches, 1 copy of Field Blower, and 2 copies of Rare Candies. For the evolution from Piplup to Empoleon, 2 Rescue Stretchers for the Pokemon Recycle, 4 copies of Ultra Ball for the Pokemon Search, and as well 2 copies of Brooklet Hill for the Stadium and for the Pokemon Search and Setup. In addition to that Brooklet Hill, I'm also running 1 copy of Brigette. Moving on to the supporter lineup, I'm running standard 3 of each Cynthia, Guzma, and Professor Sycamore, and in addition to 3, I'm also running 3 of each Choice Band and Float Stone for the extra damage and Fury Retreat, and 2 copies of Splash Energy and 6 regular and basic Water Energy cards. And overall, this is it. This is the deck list that I'm going to use in this video, so let's move on to the game test so you can actually see it in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna start second, and there we go. So the game is just around to begin. To be honest, I'm gonna open with Remoraid in the active and Piplup on the bench. The reason for that is simply the fact that I have Cynthia available and Float Stone, so I really want to get turn 1 and play my Vulpix, so I can start to use the beacon and basically use advantage of it, trying to set up my Pokemons in play. That's gonna be a very important thing. Unfortunately for my opponent, he missed opportunity to strike that Max Elixir turn 1, and there we go with that N. So he actually catch me there with the N, so he surprised me a little bit. Still, I might be able to retreat. Oh, and actually for free. Well, that's amazing. I'm gonna go for another Remoraid. We'll put in play also... let me see. Ultra Ball can be for a... Empoleon? And the rare candy. It should be. It should be. And I also have another Ultra Ball available as well. I'm just wondering, is it worth to play it? Nah, who cares? Let's go all in. I mean, I really need bench. It's very important to have as many Pokemon as I can have in play. So, with 2 Octilleries, I might be able to get what I need. Something like this. I mean, I discarded Rare Candy, Aqua Patch, and Energy. I could definitely had better play, but I was just too fast grabbing that Remoraid, too hyped to be honest, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, my opponent still needs to take 6 prize cards, I should say in manual mode, you know. Grabbing 6 prize cards not gonna be super easy for him. I have 2 Piplups and 2 Remoraids on the bench, so even if he can get Guzma and knock it against one of my Pokemon, it's not gonna be super effective anyway. For the next turn, I'm gonna have Octillery and 1 Prinplup in play as well. I could go for 2 Octilleries. Again, decided not to be greedy. The second one can easily be drawn anyways, so there is another Ultra Ball for my opponent. I kinda like that. I kinda like that. As many Pokemon as he can put in play, that many damage I can do with my Empoleon. So, so far he have 4, I have 4, so that's 8. That's 160. So Choice Band will allow me to go for the one-hit knock against Boswell, just like that. But before that, obviously, I'm gonna first need to power up one of my Empoleons, which might not be that super easy anyways. Alright, so another Piplup. I have 1 Piplup, as well as the Octillery. Plus I also have Tapu Lele just in case if I miss a supporter card. Oh, nice. Muscle Band Energy Ultra Ball. What if we do something like this? What if we go for the first Empoleon in play, and then for Tapu Lele and the Sycamore for 7, and still theoretically with the Energy card and Aqua Patch, I can hit the jackpot. It's not that I have plenty of Energy cards left, only 8. I can still even pull 1 Octillery. I can say it was very close, but not enough. It was definitely not enough close. Rescue Stretcher. Well, as it is. Time to retreat. Time to retreat. I was very close. 1 Aqua Patch and boom, that Boswell could just, you know, fall down like a piece of broken puzzle. But he somehow managed to survive, barely for this turn. So I see a lot of tools. I see also possibly Guzma play for my Empoleon, which is gonna happen. Again, Aqua Patch and Energy will bring me the return knocker against my opponent Boswell, so it's not that super problematic anyways. Also, he decided to pass. That was a very interesting decision. which might allow me actually to somehow knock out my opponent. Buzzwole on the bench. He didn't have energy card, that's the obvious reason why he just decided to pass the turn. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna gamble. Obviously I'm gonna gamble with my Beazle hand for 3 and I'm gonna get nothing. Ooh, very expensive, a Beazle hand. Okay, couple turns without energy. This is definitely not something you would like to see and also expect to see. And finally he managed to grab himself a Guzma, and obviously he had one Float Stone available for that switch. And there we go, that's gonna be the knockout. That's gonna be the knockout. I'm gonna need to put that Vulpix in play, which I really don't like, but do I have another option available? Obviously I don't. Okay, he got me there. Right now I need actually 2 cards, and one of them needs to be that. Oh boy. I hope I can get what I need. Okay, there's the Aqua Patch. Whew. That was very close. The biggest problem is that I don't have chance to power up another Empoleon for another Aqua Patch. That is somehow my biggest concern right now, and really it is. I can go with one more Beazle hand, why not? Float Stone. Okay, total command, definitely. 230, more than enough for the knockout. There we go, taking Piplup and Enhance Hammer as well. Beast Energy discarded. So Beast Ring is the way to go. It's a little bit risky. So what he really wants to do, he really wants to power up his Sledgehammer Buzzwole and hit me for the one-hit knockout. Right now he can go for 140, 160. Exactly enough for the knockout. That's gonna be exactly enough for the knockout. The problem is that Aqua Patch. And there's a Tapu Lele as well, so will he decide maybe to try to close the game, knocking out my... Nope. Sycamore for 7 straight away. Yeah, I'm gonna need Miracle, definitely. I'm gonna need Miracle, that's for sure. I don't think I'm gonna be able to recover from this position. What I have available in my hand is that Enhance Hammer, but I highly doubt about power of that Enhance Hammer, because the Sledgehammer will just smash me completely. And there's a Lycanroc as well. Will he decide to actually goes for that? Nope. He just decided to focus that Empoleon. 160. What else do you need? Pretty much nothing. Okay, I can try to stop by a little bit my opponent. Not by too much, but just at least by a little bit. And we're gonna go with one copy of Cynthia play, so obviously nothing else I can do at this situation. I can use my beacon, and fortunately I'm gonna need something like this. But if he knocks my Vulpix out, I'm also gonna need to put another Vulpix on the bench. Or maybe Choice Band, so there is a Beast Ring. I do have my Guzma available, but I'm gonna be short for the knockout. And there's a Cynthia as well. I I can always try to use Bubble Beam, but that's just not the way to go. Sledgehammer for the knockout. Alright, this game is very close actually. We're gonna put that Octillery in the active. And the Float Stone. Okay. So, theoretically, I can still maybe win this game. It's a very, very tough play. Total command for another knockout, this time for 200. Unfortunately 30 less. So there's the energy and Professor Sycamore. Alright. What can my opponent do? Can he somehow respawn with the knockout? Maybe some sort of the energy switch? Energy and Guzma play for the knockout against my Tapu Lele. I don't know, but we shall see. Do I have any more Guzma left? Yes, I should have one more Guzma left. So what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? The mighty Buzz will just fall down like a broken piece of puzzle. I'm gonna also have another Empoleon on the bench as well for the next turn, so with the energy attached. If he can't take the knockout this turn, I can take the knockout against Lycanroc as well, which might put my opponent in a position to maybe try to get some sort of the... Yeah, he decided to pass, and I have N. And he decided to concede, and I didn't know if I had option to knock that Lycanroc out, but he didn't have energy for this turn, so obviously that is the GG, and Mighty Boswell GX has just been knocked out by the power of Empoleon total command attack, so that's the GG. So that game number 1 versus Boswell was a very close game, and this is the game number 2. In this game I'm gonna play with 4 copies of Aqua Patch instead of 2 Aqua Patches and 2 Enhanced Hammers, so I just decided to change a little bit lineup. And right now I'm gonna see if this is gonna be better. I think it's gonna be much better, to be honest. It's gonna be much more consistent, at least by powering up your Empoleons in play. And that's the most important thing. The also important thing is that I'm starting with my Vulpix here, and yeah, with the Vulpix in the active position, I can basically search my deck for any 2 Pokemons at the turn 1, and there's the Brooklet Hill as well. So it looks like it's gonna be some sort of the mirror, not the mirror match, but the rematch again, and that was pretty much all for my opponent. So I'm gonna go with the Brooklet Hill. I'm gonna grab myself another Piplup and put it on the bench. More than that, energy will be attached, and I'm gonna go with the N. Perfect. Near perfect, I should say. Alright, so for the next turn, I'm gonna get with the Beacon something like Octillery and Empoleon. Technically, I can put first Empoleon and play with the Rare Candy. I can also evolve my Piplup into Prinplup as well. Plus, I can put a Octillery on the Remoraid with the Float Stone activated and energy attached. I can have a lot of different options for that. Draw support with the Beazle Hand. This might be Tapu Lele play for Guzma and knock it against my first Piplup in play as well, or it might just be for some sort of Octillery. It's really hard to judge and to tell what my opponent is gonna do next, since I'm running like 4 copies of, yeah, there is a Tapu Lele, so it might be Guzma play. It might be a Guzma play. Will it be a Guzma play? We shall see. I think it is. Nope, it's N. Okay. So he decided to play N. So we have so far 6 Pokemons in play, on the bench. 8 in play in total. It would be a little bit too much if the attack says 24 each Pokemon in play. And he decided to put even more Pokemons in play. Well, that's amazing. What is even more amazing is the fact that I'm gonna do something like this. And I don't even need to attack this turn. So I'm gonna go with first Octillery in play. hope it's not gonna be the last Octillery. So I can grab 3 extra cards. I don't need to rush anywhere. I'm not looking forward to attack for this turn. Not yet. So far so good. We're also gonna do something like this. And will there be maybe a rare candy play? Maybe not. Alright, with that being said, Beacon for something like Piplup and one more Piplup. Yeah, even hard to pronounce them. This is a Piplup, this is a Prinplup. Alright, fair enough. There we go. So, can my opponent somehow finally gets that Guzma in action? We shall see. There it is. There's a Guzma. So it's gonna be for my first Piplup with the choice band on the bench. As expected, I'm reading my opponent like the open book. Jet Punch enough for the knockout, plus 30 for another one. Alright. I need to respond knocking my opponent out. I simply need, and that was a very nice top deck. Alright, so one should enter the play. I also have Choice Band, I also have Ultra Ball, and I really want to discard as many cards as I can, so I can have greater chance to pull something that I need. Obviously first with a Beasley hand and then with the Cynthia. I need Rare Candy and Empoleon combo. Ooh, not good. This is definitely not good. Rare Candy is here, Empoleon is here. Okay, and we're gonna have first knockout in play. Alright, that's amazing. Put a Pokemon back from discard pile into hand. Let it be Piplup, so I can have more damage available. After this knockout, obviously I have 4 prize cards available, which means that my opponent can start activating his Buzzball. I'm hoping for the second Octillery as well, Vulpix and Piplup. Never mind. So he can respond knocking me back with that Buzzball. And also he have Lycanroc available sooner or later for that powerful GX attack. But still he needs to take 5 prize cards. It's not gonna be super easy. It's not gonna be super easy. Sycamore for 7. Cynthia and Fighting Energy discarded. Alright. Gorgeous. Octillery hits the ground. There's a Choice Band as well. Fighting Energy. Sledgehammer for 150. And there we go. That's the knockout. Actually 140. I miscalculated by 10. But it really doesn't matter too much, right? I managed to put back Empoleon into my hand. I do have another Rare Candy available, so this is gonna be another Empoleon in action, as well with the Aqua Patch in play. Plus I also have Guzma available. And I'm thinking about targeting my opponent Rocker from the bench. Because Lycanroc is the only Pokemon that can actually make some trouble to me right now, and with a Total Command I can definitely get rid of it. And there's another Aqua Patch as well. There we go. So far so good, I should say. Total Command for 200 once again. Lycanroc is not danger anymore, and my opponent only have... and right now I have 3 prize cards, which means that Sledgehammer cannot be used for extra 90 damage, unfortunately. There's another Rockruff as well, so how many Guzmas did I play? I think only 1. Yeah, so there's only 1 Guzma in my discard pile, meaning that I can still pull 2 of them. I also managed to get another Octillery. I do have Brooklet Hill, but it's not gonna be discarded anyway. And the most important thing here is the fact that I have that Splash Energy available in my hand. That's somehow the most important thing right now. To have that Splash Energy so you can keep going on even if you're knocked out. I mean, this puzzle actually looks bad right now. It simply can't do too much. However, Sledgehammer can potentially swing for 50. Not enough. Not even close enough for the knockout. And I managed to pull another Guzma. That's amazing. So we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna go with the Guzma, and obviously we're gonna try to target right now this Rockruff. So he is our main target. I'm gonna go with the first Abyssal hand and then with the second Abyssal hand. if it's gonna be possible. So put a Pokemon back from the discard pile. It is gonna be Empoleon, so I do have second Empoleon ready right now, which is the most important thing. And I can also use another Reprisal Hit and then Total Command. So Total Command for another 200 damage counters and for the knockout against my opponent Rockruff. I'm taking another prize card, which is a Tapu Lele, and for the last turn, if it's gonna be the next turn, I'm just gonna need one Guzma to finish the game by knocking out my opponent Tapu Lele. And there we go, this is the Empoleon version of the deck, with 2 Enhanced Hammers and without Enhanced Hammers with 4 Max Elixirs. As you can see, it works like a charm, it's definitely powerful. What else to say? 2 consecutive victories in a row versus Buzzwole. If you appeared with this build on a big tournament and smash 2 Buzzwoles in a row, you would probably be badass guy, you know. So there we go, that's the GG. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to support me by hitting the likes up and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. There we go, there you have it. This is a deck list that I used in this video. Once again, you can see it right here as a full deck list. We'll see you next time, so have a nice day and goodbye.